Well, hey everybody, Cleta the Cheetah here. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. It is a beautiful day in South Georgia, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get up and do a look this morning. Even though sometimes I tell you what, Saturdays people don't like to wear makeup, but for some reason I just have more time on Saturday. So Mary Kay just recently came out with a bunch of new looks, and this one's called Warm Copper Tones. And it's a pretty bold look with some pretty dark eyeshadows, and I've never done it before, but I am going to attempt to go by this little guide and show you this new look. So before I start, I have to tell you, I used a bunch of products before I got on here, and I turned off the filters. So this is really how I look. The filters do make you look a little cuter, I'm not gonna lie, but I figure you'd want to really see how to put on the eyeshadow instead of have a blur. So these are the products I use before I'm doing my skincare. Before I'm doing the glamour. Of course, the foaming, Body Firm Foaming Cleanser. I love that. That's with the repair set. I also used 4 serums. The Serum C plus E, the replenishing Serum C plus E. I just put this all over my face, especially my throat area. You know how you start working on a particular area? The tone correcting serum, I put it all over my throat because I have some redness here, but I got foundation on so you can't see it. Pore minimizer, because everybody has pores, and when your pores are smaller, your skin looks smoother. Of course, lifting serum, the Body Firm lifting serum with the repair set, and that helps tighten all this. This tends to start sagging. Okay, I also use the Mary Kay Deep Wrinkle Filler right here, right here, right here. Okay, and I use the Mary Kay Body Firm Eye Renewal Treatment Cream. Okay, for my eye cream, everybody needs to use a good eye cream. I also used the Body Firm Day Cream with sunscreen SPF 30. That's in the Body Firm. I use it every day. At night, I use the night one. And then I use the Mary Kay Foundation Primer, which really helps your makeup stay on. Also, I use the Mary Kay Matte Wear Foundation today in the Beige 200. And so I have that all over. I'm putting them up as I'm showing you. And then I used concealer. I use under eye corrector, and I use, this is the Deep Ivory Concealer, just like right here, right here, and right here. So used all those. And then I use the Mary Kay Eye Primer up on the top of my eyes. Okay. It helps your eyeshadow stay on as well. Now I'm going to put on a little bit of this lip primer as well. I use this probably twice, once on around my lips and some on my lips, and then I might do it again around it. I went ahead and did my eyebrows with the brunette eyebrow pencil. Some people use the eye tip, some people use the eyebrow pencil. I kind of like them both. Okay, so that is what I did to get to this point. It does make a difference, you guys. It makes a difference. Okay, so let's just go by the instructions here. It says the first thing you're going to do is a little different than I would normally do it. It says you're going to line the upper and the lower lashes with Mary Kay eyeliner in Mary Kay Deep Brown, MK Deep Brown. So normally I would not do this until after I do my eyeshadow, but I'm going to follow the instructions. So I'm just going to line it. The top first. And then underneath. Listen, if you're using an eyeliner pencil from another brand and you're having to, like, this comes on real easy. I'm barely touching it. Then you'll be pulling and tugging at your eyes. Okay, so that's the MK Deep Brown. And then it says to use the eye smudger brush and blend out the eyeliner. So this is the smudger brush. So I'm just going to blend it out. This is how you learn how to do new stuff. If you get these instructions and you just do exactly what it says. Okay. Okay, then it says Sweet Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Eyeshadow in Mahogany, which is a very dark color, all over the eyelids and into the crease with the using the Mary Kay eye blending brush. That's interesting. Okay, this is the eye blending brush, which usually you finish with. So let me show you the Mahogany. This is the Mahogany. Whoops, a little Cleta. Okay, this is the Mahogany right here. Okay, so I'm going to take my Mary Kay blending brush. I did not practice this look. Okay, put some on here. Okay, that is pretty dark. And put it all the way up into the crease. That's pretty dark, ladies. We'll see what this look ends up looking like. I think I got one side darker than the other. Into the crease. I do know the key is blending. Okay, step one. All right, then it says pat Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Eyeshadow in Shiny Penny onto the eyelids on top of this. This is the Shiny Penny right here. Okay, so I guess I'm going to do it with the same one. I would have never thought to do that with the dark and then the light. So I'm just kind of patting it on there. Okay. Then it says add Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Eyeshadow in Gold Status to the center of the eyelids using the Mary Kay All Over Shadow Brush. So this is the All Over Shadow Brush. And Gold Status is this one right here. Okay. So it wants to put that in the center. So I'm going to take this. Put it right there in the center. Okay, that's what it says. All right, then it says define the lashes and add depth with Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Eyeshadow in Cinnabar. So this is Cinnabar right here. So I guess I'll just use the smudger brush since it didn't say. What does it say again? Define the lashes and add depth with Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Cinnabar. Okay, so I'm just going to put the Cinnabar right here on the lash line with the smudger brush. I guess I'll do it underneath too. Okay. Then it says generously coat the top coat and bottom lashes with the Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. So first I'm going to look up here and see. This eye seems to droop a little bit, so I'm going to add this a little bit up here. Just to okay, so then it says to put the Ultimate Mascara. So I am going to might need a better mirror for that one. Hang on. One thing to look at the computer screen and try to do your makeup. Okay. So this is the Ultimate Mascara. We have a lot of different kinds of mascara, as y'all know. And if your eyelashes are light, wow, doesn't mascara make a big difference? It does with me. It does help to open your mouth to do your bottom lashes. See? I was doing that what's in the bag that I do, and we were talking about mascara, and one of the suggestions that Mary Kay had was to avoid clumping, was to do one eye at a time. So you keep putting your coats on before it completely dries to avoid clumping, which ours doesn't really clump. Anyway, I don't think too much, but all right. Y'all have to tell me what you think of this look and if you would try it. So while I'm doing this, I want to tell you about, y'all know this is Thanksgiving month, and they have a big Black, the stores have big Black Friday sales. So if you just started buying from me this year, you may not know this, but I have a big pink weekend that weekend. And so if you happen to be watching this and you buy from another Mary Kay beauty consultant, just ask her what her deals are. But I'm going to be putting on my Facebook group the specials. I'm going to put it on there about a week before we do it. So it's going to be, the big ones are going to be on that Friday after Thanksgiving. And it'll be kind of like a little graduated special where if you order from, 6 to 8, you get a particular discount from, 8 to 10, etc. And then a couple other little surprise specials with some free gifts. And I'm also going to have all my products out that day. So kind of like a little open house as well. And you can come by and pick up your orders and maybe, do a little more shopping, and you'll get the same discounts. Like, let's say you call in at 6 o'clock and you get that discount. And then you come over and you add several things. You can still get that discount with anything you add when you come over. Okay. So, you want to set your alarms and make sure you get it in on the earliest one to get the best deal. But if you forget, I got discounts all day long. And then Saturday, I'm going to do something special because that's Small Business Saturday, and then Monday as well, because that's Cyber Monday. So there'll be an online special. Okay, so that was my mascara. And then I like to just make sure I clean that up a little bit if I need to. I don't think I did too bad. Maybe I need to get my little magnifying mirror and look. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so the next thing it says is contour the cheeks with the Mary Kay Chroma Fusion Contour in Latte or Cocoa. So this is, the top one is Latte, and that's Cocoa. I'm going to use a Latte because I'm not as dark as the Cocoa. So I'm going to just contour these. You just usually come up from here and don't go all like right where your eye stops is about where you want to go. Because if you do it too much, like if you come all the way down, it ends up looking a little masculine. And then I like to also contour a little bit right here, just around the edge of my head. And a little bit right here. So the contouring gun goes below. Okay. And then it says so I might want to do let's do a little bit more. like on the top here. Okay, so then it says to use the Chroma Fusion highlighter in Honey Glow to the high points of the cheeks using the cheek brush. So this is the Honey Glow. So we will be using that right up here on the top. I tend to use the glazed highlighter, but I'm doing what it says. Okay, and then I'm going to finish up with a little bit of the silky setting powder. And this color is light beige. So I'm going to take a little bit of it. It just sets everything. It's kind of like an Instagram filter. We need it, right? Except for, you know what? When we see people at the grocery store, they're going to see the real us. So we don't want to look so different that people don't even know that that's us, right? Okay. And then, you know, if you want to, I know I really love the translucent powder. So sometimes I take a little bit of translucent. Just go right under there. You definitely don't have to. Okay, I'm gonna get just a little mascara and put, I think I kind of hit my lashes with that translucent powder. Just in case I did. I always like to just clean up the edges a little bit too. Okay, then it says to line the lips in medium nude lip liner. Line the lips with medium nude, okay? All right. And then fill in with spiced ginger. You can tell it's one of my favorites because it's almost empty. Okay, you guys, that is the look. This is the warm copper tones. So it's a lot different, isn't it, than normally you would do it. So I like it. I think it's a pretty look. You got to let me know what you think, and be looking for my Black Friday, Pink Friday sales. Thanks for watching, everybody.